Do you think if you put a turtle on a bullet train, it could perceive what's happening as fast as we can, even though it can't move its body that fast? So, in other words, is the frame rate of its brain as slow as it moves its limbs, so it just doesn't know what the fuck's going on from moment to moment? Or if it's sitting on top of the bullet train, it can actually see and perceive like the 90 miles an hour that's happening, or however fast, and it like would have this euphoria or like deep fear, or just straight confusion.
So basically the question we're asking is, does it have the mental capacity to understand what it's doing on a train that's going extremely fast?
Yeah, can it perceive the speed that it's going?
I think brains registration for information and the rate at which your body can move are going to be different. So I don't think it would know that it's going 60 miles an hour or 90 miles an hour.
No, but it can see everything.
Yeah. I think it would see and perceive everything, but it would be like, what the fuck is happening? I don't think it would understand it.
Okay.
I don't think it would understand it, but I think it would register what's happening, like
all the
register
motion.
all the information.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would be able to comprehend what the fuck was actually, because it's never experienced anything like that before.
Yeah. I mean,
and I think that goes for humans though too. Like if you did something that you've never done before or never even saw or perceived before, I think it would be kind of hard for you to just be like, I know exactly what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, no, there's a difference because like, let's say you get on, let's say you fucking pull Benjamin Franklin out into 2024 and put him on the Autobahn. He can perceive everything, but he's going to be like, what the fuck? But he can understand what's happening too. He's standing on an object that's going extremely fast. There's a difference between that and doing DMT for the first time and not knowing it because it was in a muffin.
What the fuck is happening? Yeah.
So if it's a turtle, like turtles aren't as smart as Benjamin Franklin, unless they are. How do you really measure that? Maybe Benjamin Franklin was really stupid. Do you think people have gotten smarter in the last 300 years?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. The amount of knowledge that we have is more than it's ever been.
But knowledge is not intelligence. And these bitches wrote
I think it is a little bit.
They wrote a new country, and it's still here. That's pretty insane.
Facts. That's true. Yeah. I think information is a part of intelligence, though.
I think they're different things.
Okay, so are you thinking that intelligence is intuition of stuff?
No, I think intelligence encompasses. I guess. Do we want to say it includes clock speed of the brain? Maybe, but it's the ability to use the knowledge that you have. Like, okay, so if you have two people, you give them the same exact book that teaches them the same knowledge. Do you think they're going to have the exact same capability to use that knowledge?
No.
So that's the difference.
Comprehension. What we're talking about is comprehension then.
It's not just comprehension. It's also the way you use it. Application.
Comprehension and application is knowledge then? Or is intelligence?
I think intelligence has to do with those things.
So, but wouldn't that mean that any point in time a human's intelligence has never been different?
No, that doesn't mean that at all. That's the opposite. Like, some people are more inclined to think faster or use information in more creative ways. Some people are cut out to solve a Rubik's Cube, and some people are not.
So do you think that people that were cavemen were more intelligent than we are now?
I think some of them probably had the chance to be. If it was still, like, if we're talking about Homo sapiens, then yeah. But they didn't have the like, we already know what the fuck letters are by the time we have any autonomous control of like what our decisions are day to day. So they didn't have any of that stuff they were born into. Societal structure.
But that's knowledge though.
Right. So they're using the knowledge. It doesn't mean they weren't intelligent. Maybe the fact that we're here is because they were intelligent enough to rub sticks together.
It totally is. That's technology.
And technology doesn't happen without intelligence, but technology does pave the way for more knowledge.
I don't necessarily agree with that for everything, because sometimes things happen by accident.
That's true.
And then you're like, oh shit, I can use that. That's intelligence.
Do you know the story of the sticky notes?
What?
Do you know the story of sticky notes with that? They were...
No, but I know the story of cookies.
Okay, I'll go first and then you go with the cookies. Sticky notes was, I think it was 3M. It was one of the big adhesive companies was trying to make an adhesive for something else, and they accidentally came up with this thing that was, they were like going for Gorilla Glue or something, and they came up with this thing that you could easily like stick it to something and then pull it up and stick it back and pull it up and stick it back like an infinite amount of times, and they were like, we could probably use that for something. And then here we have sticky notes and probably made them an ass ton of money. Okay, now you go.
So cookies, that's really interesting. Cookies were, I think the original formula was cake or something like that, or bread. And someone like fucked up the recipe for, it was like bread or cake. Yeah. And then it became a cookie.
And they were like,
that's how cookies were made.
Yeah. There's a lot. I have a quote written down about that somewhere, about like, if you kind of that thing I was talking about, if you narrow your focus too much, you can be blind to all the stuff that you could be like, that's good around you, that's coming out of your experience.
That's why experts are some of the dumbest people ever. Because they're so like, if you haven't had general knowledge, like wide knowledge, and you only have depth knowledge, actually, I'm learning this in my leadership course. When you're a leader, you want to have wide. Broad knowledge. Yeah, you want to be wider than you are deep. But when you're a specialist, when you're working under people or when you're working for people, you want to go super deep because you're good at something specific.
I love all these words that you're saying.
I'm a generalist, bro. I'm a jack of all trades, bro. So that's why I'm a fucking professional leader, dude. I was born to be a leader. That's who I am.
Yeah, you're real wide, dude. Super wide, super deep.
Dude, girthy.
Mm-hmm.